Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today we have a really fun challenge for you. I got together with some of my friends that really love gingerbread and some that really love snowman. We decided to have a team snowman versus a team gingerbread man a video and challenge, and I am so excited about this. I'll let you know more about that in just a few minutes. So before we get started, I just want to say, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is my Oliver, and if you're returning, oh, you guys are the best. So with all that, let's get on with the video. No, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number one. So I'm going to take this wood round from Dollar Tree. I think it's 12 inches. And I'm going to take this wood piece from Hobby Lobby and paint them both with my Waverly chalk paint in the color hazelnut. Once it was dry, I'm going to put on a decal or several decals that I found on Cricut Design Space. And this is the face of a gingerbread lady. Now, I am using my HTVRONT vinyl. If you didn't see my previous video, you might want to check that out. I'll leave a link to it in my description box. But I received some vinyl from HTVRONT to try. I really enjoyed it. It's very nice vinyl. And so I am using that once again. There will be a coupon code later in the video for you to look at in case you want to order some during Prime Days on Amazon, and it's good through July 31st, but that will be a little later in the video. I'll pop that up, but yeah, they have great vinyl if you have a Cricut, and I would recommend trying it out. So here I am just putting on all the little pieces that go to the face, and then had to add a little bow to it. And you guys, they have all kinds of different faces. I thought it was really kind of cool. I created some more items to go on this little sign, and it's gonna say Sweet Christmas Wishes, and I'm just getting the rest of it on here just like you see. And then after that, I'm going to line those up, and I'm kind of eyeing where I want to make some holes because I'm going to have this hang from my wood round, and I'm just like I said, eyeing it and marking it with a pencil. And then I took my big mouth crocodile and I created holes on the bottom of the wood round and then the top of the other wood piece there. And then I'm going to take some of this twine. I think I got this, yeah, I got this from Dollar Tree last year. And I am just threading it through the holes, just like you see. That way it will, I'm going to tighten the back and it will hang from the bottom of my wood round. And then that's pretty much it for this one, I think. Oh wait, I'm going to add a hanger with the same twine, doing the same thing. Put some tape on the end of my twine and thread it through and tie knots. Once I get the right length, tie the other knot, and there it is. And it's super easy, but I just think it's adorable. You have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, today is the Team Snowman versus Team Gingerbread collaboration. And on Team Gingerbread, we have myself as well as Jackie with Crafting in Mimi's World and my bestie, Kathy Jo with Kathy Jo DIY. And for Team Snowman, we have Robin with Crafts Unleashed by Robin, Janice with Craftastic DIYs, and Amanda with 6 kids and a glue gun. And you guess it, we're making gingerbreads, they're making snowmen. And we want you guys to participate by voting in a poll, and I'm going to have it on my community page. So just go to YouTube on a phone or computer and go to my YouTube page and go to the community tab, and you will see a poll there, and you can vote to let us know if you liked Team Gingerbread or Team Snowman the best. And then make sure you check out all of their videos, of course, but channels, and subscribe to them if you haven't already. They're all amazing. Okay, we have DIY number 2. So I'm going to take this little square rolling pin that I got from Dollar Tree last year. I removed the little bow, and then I'm just sanding it, just kind of giving it a little bit of a sand to help my paint adhere a little bit better. And then I wiped it all up, and I'm taking some painter's tape and taping off the bottom part of my handles. And then I'm going to paint that with two gingerbread wood cutouts that I got from Amazon last year. I'm going to paint them with Waverly chalk paint in the color hazelnut. I have a 10-inch and a 12-inch chunky wood piece from Dollar Tree. I painted one white and one red. And then I took this stencil that I got from Amazon last year. I believe this is in my Amazon store. And I am going over the word gingerbread with my white chalk paint by Waverly. I'm just dabbing it on with my stencil brush. And then I took my white wood piece here and I'm doing the bottom part. It says baked or bakery, I think. I don't even know what it says. And I'm going over it with Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson. And then once I was done with that, I guess I'm going to finish it here, let you see me finish. I cleaned off my stencil, of course, and once I remove it, and then I'm going to use the very bottom part. It says made with love, and it has different things that they make. Oh, before I do that, I forgot. I took a really small brush. Well, first of all, I took a pencil and I drew in some lines, and then I took a really small brush and I'm just going to paint in some lines just to kind of give it like a candy cane striped look, because we all know that candy cane and gingerbread go well together. So I'm just painting it in just like you see, and I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing. I will get to the very end here in just a second or two. And then after I have this all painted, I set it aside to dry, of course. And this is where I'm going to do the next set of stenciling. I took my red block and I'm going over the words with my Waverly chalk paint in the color hazelnut. And then I'm going to remove that, clean my stencil, and then I took some puff paint and I'm just going to make some icing dripping from the top part of this sign. And then I'm going to set that aside for quite a few hours and let it dry. I think it helps being in summertime because I have my fan going above me, and I think that really helps these things dry a little bit faster. But I took my wood glue and my hot glue here. I'm going to start connecting the two pieces, and I was sitting there thinking, oh, I should have done the icing dripping after I connected it all, but I just connected the two and waited until the dripping was dried enough to connect the other one. So then I took some black puff paint and I am going to make some eyes, and as you saw, I had a big blob come out when I first opened it, but I got it wiped up, fixed it, and then I made some mouths with some white puff paint, and I also made little white noses. Then I took my red puff paint and I'm making some little buttons on the guy. I decided to try and make a skirt on the girl, but it looks more like shorts. My granddaughter was in here and she's like, that doesn't look like a girl. That looks like a boy wearing shorts. I'm like, well, it's supposed to be a skirt. So I thought, well, I'll try and see if I can kind of give her a little collar. And I tried to give her a collar here, and she goes, that looks like a bow tie. It still looks like a boy. I'm just like, how am I going to make this look more feminine? But I took some white puff paint, made the little dots for her buttons. And then I decided, okay, well, I'll put a bow on him, and maybe the you can tell that it's a boy and a girl. And I then went with some white puff paint and made the little zigzag lines on the legs and the feet. I did that on both the female and the male. I tried to make a little red bow on her head. It didn't look good, so I cover it up with a bow at the end. But I took these little gingerbread dudes that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to use some wood or my multi-purpose glue, Type Bond Quick and Thick multi-purpose glue and hot glue to attach them. And then I'm taking that same glue, adding it to the top of that sign with my hot glue, and added those together. And of course, this was a few hours later because I wanted to make sure all that puff paint was dry. I took some little pieces of blocks from the cubed blocks and I'm painted them with the hazelnut, and I'm gluing them to the back of my gingerbread people. I kind of had to move that one there to make it right because I wanted these to lay on the corner of my rolling pins, so I'm just using hot glue there to glue them on. And this one I decide, well, I'm just going to glue this in place on the top and glue the gingerbread person to it. But there is the twine that I used for the bow. I just did a little shoelace bow, glued it onto her head to make her look like a girl. And then I made some more frosting streaks with my puff paint here, and then I also used it to make some like hair on the guy, kind of a, I don't know what I was doing, but anyways, I think it came out darling. I absolutely love it. I think it is so fun. You'll have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, guys, I just want to stop in here again real quick and thank all of you guys for being here, for watching, for supporting my channel. I appreciate you so very much. And if you are new here and you enjoyed today's video, and if you like home decor on a budget, I do invite you to hit that red subscribe button as well and become part of our YouTube family. You know, this is my job. I don't have an outside job. This really helps work with what we have going on here in my life. And even though it doesn't make very much money, it does help. And I am working, my goal is to be able to feel like I'm really contributing something to the household. So with all of your guys' support in watching, subscribing, commenting, that all really helps. And I truly, truly do appreciate it. But anyways, with all of that, thank you all so very much. So let's continue on with the video. Okay, DIY number 3. So I'm going to take this 12 by 12 wood plywood piece that I got from Woodpecker's Crafts. I painted both sides with my Waverly chalk paint in the color hazelnut. Then I took some more of that HTVRONT vinyl and I am going to just add it to my board here. Now this again is from Cricut Design Space. I did not create this. I just found it in Cricut Design Space, and I had to layer, well, I didn't layer, but I cut them all in the separate colors. Now I know there's a way to layer all this, but my brain has been like mush lately, so I didn't want to sit and have to think about it. So instead, I just went around and did them all separately and add them to the front of my sign. And you guys, I was really impressed with this vinyl because it really did weed very nicely. I had a few little places with the letters where it wanted to pull up, but that was really, I think, because I didn't rub it very much or burnish it. So, but for the most part, this all worked really well. When I was done with that, I took some of this white rickrack and I'm going to glue it. I always love using this with my gingerbread stuff because I think it kind of looks a little bit like the icing, and so I just love using it. And then I went all the way around the board with that. Now I'm making a 4-loop finger bow, just wrapping my fingers like you see, and then I'm going to take that long end, I'm going to go in between my fingers over the pieces that are around my fingers and up through the loop that I just made, and I bring that end right through it and then pull tight. I hope that makes sense to you guys because I always have a hard time explaining it. So I made 2 of those and I hot glued them to the top just like you see. And then I took some of these little peppermints. You guys, I found, I think they were like 75% off after Christmas last year, or maybe 90, I don't remember. But I bought a whole bunch of these, so I have tons of these. But I always love using them for Christmas, especially when I'm doing gingerbread. I just glued them on the corner of on each of those corners, and then I took some more of that rickrack and some of that red and white twine, and I'm just gluing the ends together, and then I'm just kind of lightly wrapping the twine around the rickrack, and I'm just making a hanger that way, and I just kind of wrapped it until I felt like it was the length that I wanted, and then I cut the ends and glued them together. And then I'm just using my little staple gun here to staple them in the back. I originally was going to make holes with my crocodile, but this wood is really thick and I could not get it to go through. And I was afraid of breaking the glass top on my desk, so I didn't want to push too hard. So I decided to just go ahead and use my stapler. And there it is. There is the discount code. It is good through July 31st on Amazon. I will have links to the products that I'm showing you and that I showed you in the previous video, so make sure you check it out. Okay, here is a celebration of your recreation, and we have this from Constance. I love it. I love that door hanger. It is so cute. And then look at these beautiful wood rounds that Belinda made. I love both of them. Oh, they're right up my alley. And then Sharon made this really pretty family celebrations. That looks like you could buy it at the store. She did an amazing job. And then Tammy made all these wonderful pieces. I love them all. Thank you so much, ladies. You guys did an amazing job. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 4. So I'm going to take this MDF latte mug piece from Dollar Tree, and I removed that bow and the twine, and then I'm just going to remove the paper. It came off pretty easy. I did have to use my little scraper a little bit to get it started, but then it all came off pretty easily. Once I had that first layer completely off, then I am going to, oh my goodness, sorry, I didn't mean to show you all of that. I'm going to spray it with water, and I spray it really well. You let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then I just use my paint scraper to scrape it right off, just like that. And then once I had all of that gook and yuckiness all removed, see my granddaughter's little finger there. I painted it with Waverly chalk paint in the color hazelnut, and then I painted the top part with my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. Then I took a black marker, and I'm going to make some little eyes here. I kind of wish I would have made these eyes a lot bigger, more like the other one that I did, but oh well. And then I took my red marker, made a mouth. I took some pink. I should have done this part before I did the mouth, but that's just what it is. Anyways, I'm making some cheeks. And then after that, I'm going to take my red marker again and color in a nose. And then I am going to make a little line over the nose to give it some dimension. And then I made some very crooked eyebrows. And I decided, okay, I need to make my eyes bigger. So I did make my eyes bigger on this. Oh, I guess this is the one I was talking about. Oh my goodness. Never mind. It was the other ones that were too small that I wish I would have made. Anyways, I added some white dots into that. And then I'm going to add some rickrack all around this little cute gingerbread latte cup. And then after I had that done, I took the only holly and berries that I could find. It was kind of bigger than what I needed, so I just kind of cut them down, and I'm going to use hot glue to glue them in place here. And then I'm going to glue those beautiful red shiny, now these came from Hobby Lobby at Christmas time last year. It was like 99 cents for the pick, and I just thought the berries were so pretty, so I had grabbed a pick or two. I did go through some of my Christmas stuff up in the attic a week or so ago and kind of brought some of this stuff down that I thought I would use, so I don't have to try and scrounge around my craft room, which, because I knew a lot of this stuff I didn't have it in here. So anyways, I glued that in, and then I decided I wanted another leaf, so I just kind of glued that in there on the bottom. And then I took this. Now this was in the dollar plus section. It was originally $3, but they were getting rid of it, so they marked it down to $1.25. So I grabbed it and I painted it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson. Then I took all these letters. These are from Hobby Lobby. I laid them out on some painter's tape, and I'm painting them with my Waverly chalk paint in the color hazelnut. And I'm just going to go over all of them. And then once I was done, I dried them with my heat gun, and then I laid them all out on my sign, and I'm taking a pencil here to trace my mug where I'm going to lay it so that I know where to place my glue. And then I use my wood glue here, and I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue. Of course, the wood glue is for permanent hold, and the hot glue is for the immediate hold. and then I am just going to watch what I do. So I lay my cup there, and I wanted to look at it. Forgot that I didn't glue my letters down yet, and I went, oh man. So I got them back, laid back out the way I wanted them, and I'm using my Tight Bond Quick and Thick multi-purpose glue, and I'm going to glue all of my letters in place. And you guys, by the time I got done with the word gingerbread, the G was already stuck. So that's how fast the stuff sticks. It sticks really fast. I just love it. And I should get paid by them for how many times I talk about that stuff. So then once I had them all glued on, I took a little white marker and I'm just going to do some white stitch lines all along the letters there. And that's all there is for this, I think. I don't think I did anything. Oh yeah, I did. I added some more of those little gingerbread people, and I just used my Tight Bond because I knew this was going to lay for a little bit before I needed to use it, so I didn't worry about the hot glue. I'm just going to add that glue, and there it is. I love this. I just think it is so adorable. I hope you like this as well, and make sure that you watch the playlist and go in on my community page on YouTube, and well, my community tab in my YouTube page, our channel, and vote for who you think was the best. Are you uh, Team Gingerbread or Team Snowman? Honestly, I love them both, but I think I lean more towards gingerbread. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, but I will be back next Sunday, but I will have another video, fall video for you coming up in a few days, so stay tuned for that. And with all that being said, you guys, I really hope you have a blessed weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.